2 Poshmark closets, $8,000 a month in Poshmark sales. Today I have a Poshmark state of the closet video for you. This is my behind the scenes video where I just kind of talk to you a little bit about what's going on in my actual business right now. You guys know I make a lot of tips videos. This is not that. This is, hey, here's what's going on. This is the state of my Poshmark closet or closets, and I'm letting you know exactly what's happening over here at Rebecca, the reseller. Download your free reseller resource guide today. I constantly update and share with you discounts, favorites, tools, and resources to help you with your reselling business. After the video, click the link in the description and get your totally free guide today. So for those of you that have watched for a little bit of time, you will know that I have experimented off and on with having 2 Poshmark closets, and I had done it wrong in the past, and now I feel like I finally can say I have it right. Now, a side note, I do have a separate video on having a second Poshmark closet, so if you're not sure if this is something you want to do, go ahead and check out that video. That's number 1 note. Number 2 note is that you do need permission from Poshmark to have multiple closets, and I do have that. I've had these closets for a while, and I've been experimenting with them on and off. So Poshmark knows about this from a long time ago, and before you ever do set up a second Poshmark closet, you just want to shoot Poshmark support an email and say to them, hey, I'd like to open up this other closet, or I've already opened up this other closet. Here's the name, here's my main closet, here's my second closet, and they just kind of make note of that. I don't know why this is. I don't know if they really do anything with this information, but that is what has been said in the past, that you need permission. And so like a good girl, I got my permission. So that's what's happening with that. Now, I have the 2 closets. I've done it bad in the past. I'm doing it right in the future. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's in the closets and kind of what I'm doing with them business model wise. And then I'll tell you about what I'm experimenting with going forward that's going to kind of even scale this up a little bit more and enhance it a little bit more. And the best thing is I get to be the experimenter, and then you get all the benefit of everything I figured out without having to do the experiment. So stay tuned for the whole thing. So here's what's going on now. I have my main closet. So that's my first love, my first bae, my first everything. That closet is on my rack. And so that closet houses mainly my higher end items. It has some designer shoes, it has St. John, it has my McDougal dresses, it has Sachin and Bobby dresses. These are items that I have purchased big time in bulk, pallets upon pallets, tens and tens of thousands of dollars I have spent sourcing these high end items. I pay like, $30 or more per item, and I try to sell it for $300, $200, $100. I try to sell it for a good amount of money. So it's definitely a pay up sort of model. This is not bins stuff. This is not stuff that I bought at my local retail Goodwill. This is stuff that I have specifically sourced because there is a track record there, because I've done my research, I have paid up for these items, and I am going on those sales. So those are all of, those are all of the brands that I have in there. And like I said, it's higher end, kind of pay up type of thing. The business model is somewhat similar to my other closet, which we'll talk about shortly, but basically it's, I send out 20% offers. I do my waterfall strategy. On this closet, I will do sometimes up to 60% off. Usually I do up to 50% off. But this closet, I can wiggle 60%, and so I will throw that in there sometimes. I do some special My Shoppers comments, and so there's a very specific kind of way that I run it. And it has about 600 active listings in it, but some of those listings are multiple quantity. So I actually have more inventory than 600 items, but Poshmark, it's a 600 active listings, and then, one listing may have 10 dresses under it or something like that. So it represents a significant investment in the business. I've spent tens and tens of thousands of dollars on these dresses to sell, and it's been going well. It used to go better. It's kind of slowing a little bit, but that's okay, because this is an item, when I talk about these dresses, these are wedding guest dresses. These are formal gowns for galas. These are, second look, kind of modern, fun wedding dresses that it may not be your main wedding dress, but you buy it to go to the rehearsal dinner or for your reception or something like that. They call it like a second look dress. So they're very specific dresses, but they are dresses that, you know, are evergreen in that someone will always want this type of dress for some reason going forward. There's always weddings, there's always galas, there's always military balls, there's always all of this kind of stuff. So people will continue to buy these day in and day out. And so it was a good gamble. It's going well. I love selling them. I don't have, a kind of gauge on what I'm going to do going forward. Like, am I going to continue to source these things? Maybe I'm going to kind of just let it ride and sell it all out and then change it into something else. We'll see going forward, but that's kind of what's happening right now. It's like high-end stuff, dresses. I'm making $100 sales in there, things like that. And that closet will generate anywhere from, most of the time it's $6,000 to $8,000. There had been times where it was doing $10,000 and $12,000 a month, but right now it's about $6,000 to $8,000 a month. Now, just to give you a perspective, before I really got into all of these high-end dresses, I was doing about $4,000 a month in that closet pretty regularly with like normal things, with like my $50 item strategy, stuff like that. So it has a significant jump when you raise that ASP without raising the number of listings you have. And so it's definitely shown me like, aha, there is this like new mountaintop that you can get to in reselling. I thought when I went from $15 sales to $35 sales to $50 sales, I'm like, now I finally figured it out. Now that I'm doing $100 or more sales, it's like, oh, okay, now there's a whole other level unlocked. So just kind of keep that in mind. I've been doing this 10 years. This is not something you necessarily get to overnight. You kind of have to figure these things out. But as I figure things out, I share them with you. So that's closet number one. Closet number two, I call on my rack, and the number two, very genius, I know. And so this is where I focus on my regular stuff. This is where I focus on the White House Black Market, the Zara, the J. Crew, the random brands and things, bras that I pick up. Like, this is the lower end closet. Not lower end in garbage stuff. They're still good things, but I have them on my 2 for $30 sale. So you get 2 items for $30, and that has been going exceedingly well. I've been making sales like crazy on that closet. And so I really am liking the 2 for $30. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I do have a separate video or two about my 2 for $30 sale and the kind of the evolution of these everyday promotions that I've created. And I find it to work well. So for me, I have a low buy cost for these items. So it's not a pay up closet. It's relatively bins pricing, maybe a little bit higher than bins pricing. So it's not as high as Goodwill retail because I don't really go to the thrift store, but I order things. I order pallets. I order boxes from New Source, which used to be Helpsy Source. And so I get ThredUp rescue boxes sometimes. So I just kind of like have a mix of things that go into this 2 for $30 closet. And the buy cost, I would say, doesn't usually exceed more than $3. So it's usually less than that, but sometimes it's $3. And so when I get those items, I put them on my 2 for $30 sale in this closet. So I list them for $35, and then I do price dropping, and then it's on the 2 for $30 sale. So this is like lower sales. And so for this one, I cap it at about 1,000 items. So what I try to do is like, it's at 1,000 items, then it goes down a little bit, then I'll add a bunch of new items, then it'll go down a little bit. And I just kind of keep replenishing it as I sell through, because I find that going too much over 1,000 items starts to hurt you with your sharing, because at 9,000 shares per day, you can share 1,000 item closet 9 times. That's a good spread throughout the day. If you have less items, you can share more. But if you have more items, you share less. And that's not so good. So that's why I do believe that having 2 closets is a good idea when you have separation in what you're trying to do. So the 2 for $30's over here, and it has nothing to do with the McDougal's over here that I'm buying for $30, trying to sell for $100. I don't want the White House Black Market 2 for $30 sale in this closet, because I send out messages for my 2 for $30 that don't apply to the McDougals and vice versa. I want to make you aware of the hottest, the best deal I have ever offered in my Rebecca the Reseller Academy. To find it, all you have to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom and you will find this right here. Hot deal, best value, all courses and digital downloads for life. This is it, friends. This is as good as it's going to get. I'm giving you everything I have in my academy, all the digital downloads, all the courses for just $20. The best part is if I create a new digital download going forward, you will get it absolutely free. This is the time to lock in the best deal I have ever offered. All you have to do is go to Rebecca the Reseller Academy, scroll down to Hot Deal, and purchase it for $20. If you're wondering what comes in this, it's everything. So you're going to get all of my courses, and you're also going to get all of the digital downloads that I've created, including my keywords list, my listing forms, my Poshmark closet signs. Everything that I have created and everything that I ever will create will be yours for literally $20. So if you have 2 business models that you are running, I would recommend having 2 closets, because then you can get them both up to 1,000 items. So my main closet does not have 1,000 items in it individually, but it does have over 1,000 items with the multiple quantity. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. 2 for $30 closet has my boutique items. So those are multiple quantity that I get from my supplier, my vendor for boutique items. And so that has some multiple quantity in it, but they're low value things. And so those things, plus all my White House Black Market, Zara's, J. Crew, etc., that all makes up the 2 for $30. And so that's more of a volume play. You know, there might be a day where I send out 7 packages of bundles that day. So, you know, if I get a weekend where I do a good comment out, I can have 20 packages going out. So that's more of a volume play. And that works out really well, the 2 for $30. And that one, it does about a good $2,000 per month. There's sometimes where it's a little bit less, there's sometimes where it's more, but generally speaking, it's in the $2,000 range, which is great. So that puts me at about, you know, what I said before, 6 and 2. So yes, $8,000 per month, generally speaking. Obviously every month varies, but generally speaking, that's my averages, which is awesome. And that's not the only place that I sell. I sell on the RealReal, I sell on ThreadUp, I liquidate things there, I sell to buy, sell trade stores and other stuff. So that gets me into my 6 figures right there. And it's been going well. So I like having the 2 closet system. I like that they're separated by the kinds of things that are in there, with the business model that they follow, with the buy cost and the list price being somewhat similar. That's why the separation is good. And what I found in the past when you do the 2 closets is you want to have volume enough in both so that one doesn't die because you separated them. So before, that had been my problem. But now, because I have 2 really good business models going, the volume is enough where both of them just kind of keep going. The experiment thing, because that was the experiment. Now I'm always experimenting with something. So the new experiment is that I have been kind of working on a 3rd closet. So this used to be my buying account. I loved having like a separate buying account. And now I've kind of turned it into a selling account. So it did have some sales on there, but not that much. So it's not a completely brand new account, but I'm running experiments in it. And so I was running an experiment, which I think I had talked in the past about, like, when you have a new closet, can you do decent sales, and how does that work, and what happens if you have a brand new closet, and what can you expect out of that? So check out that video, because that is up and I have talked about that. And so right now the experiment that I'm doing is to see like a middle of the road closet, a closet that I can go back to my original roots. The things that I talk about in my Instagram posts all the time are those $50 items. So what happens is you go super high end on one closet, then you go super low end with the 2 for $30 on the other closet, and then you're kind of stuck, because I might get a new with tags, White House Black Market, new tag dress that they would be selling for like $168 or $198 retail. Well, that doesn't really go with my business model of the McDougal's. It's not high-end enough. I'm not seeing the traction. I do have a few of those kinds of items in there, and I'm just not getting the sales on them that I'd like because everybody's going there for McDougal's. So that's not the right spot for that kind of item. I don't want to have it in my 2 for $30 closet because that's too low. Like, this item is more valuable. I would like to put this item up for $50 and I'd like to sell it for $25 or $35. I don't want to give it away to somebody for $15 as part of a 2 for $30 bundle. That's not right. The value would be off there. I would be losing value there. So what I really need now is a middle of the road closet. And so I haven't fully started it yet. I've been kind of squirreling away and stockpiling some inventory specifically to load into this closet, but I have not really gotten the closet off and running yet. So I will keep you posted as I experiment with this and as I kind of get it figured out. Because do I think everyone should run 3 closets? Absolutely not. Especially if you're a part-time seller, you should not do that. I think you should pick a lane, stick to it, and do that. But for me, you know, I'm full-time. I will have a separate video going on about some changes that are going on in our life. And so I am relying more and more on my salary, where before I wasn't. I was always making a good salary, but it was more for like, shove it into investments, or it's going to pay for Gio's baseball practice or whatever. It wasn't really like, need this money. And now we're kind of changing things, and I'll share that in like I'll probably do a life update video. So we are starting to move into a place where the salary that I have needs to be pretty consistent, pretty regular, and I need to make sure that these revenue streams are locked in. So I'm kind of looking at this as a way to kind of help me do that, because I will have my low end, I'll have a middle of the road, and then I'll have the high end. And that will allow me to have the flexibility to run 3 different business models at the same time, making, you know, full-time living. Because really, I usually pay myself anywhere between $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year as my salary. And so I want it to be on the higher range of that now. So yeah, so I'm just kind of rambling at this point. But so the experiment is going to be a 3rd closet. I will keep you posted, because going from 1 to 2 is an adjustment. Going from 2 to 3 is also an adjustment, but I've already kind of thought through all of the things that go into it, and I'll make a separate video about it, is that there are some logistical things that need to happen that are very different from going from 1 to 2. So once you start doing 1 to 2, it's a little bit of a change, but not too many logistical things. When you go from 2 to 3, we now have actual things that have to happen that are completely different. So I'm trying to right now generate a list of what those changes are, how I'm handling them, so that way I can get a video together for you guys. So don't worry, I will share it all with you. But that's what's going on. I'll be reporting back on all of it. Let me know what questions you have that might help me decide what kind of videos I'm going to make about these topics. But that's the state of the Poshmark closet. Sales are going well. I have everything separated out into the 2 closets. We're looking ahead to the 3rd closet to try to make that work. And, you know, the sky is the limit. That's the great thing about working for yourself and being a reseller, is you have to do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want to do it. And for me, as long as it's making money, that's what I like. So I wish you guys all the best. I'll see you next time. Bye. Posher VA is a tax-deductible business investment that pays for itself many times over each month. It increases Poshmark sales because it shares and sends offers more than I ever could manually. It handles all my shares, automatic offer to likers, bulk offers, and it can do price drops and relists. When my coaching clients add Posher VA, it makes more sales basically immediately. The best part is that you get your time back. More time with family, thrifting, whatever. Get 20% off with code Rebecca the Reseller and the link below.